நீங்க ஒரு ஷார்ட் ஃபிலிம் டைரக்டரா உங்க திறமையை இந்த உலகத்துக்கு காட்டணுமா? அது கூட பணமும் கிடைச்சா உங்க திறமையை 6 மில்லியன் பேருக்கு காட்டுறதுக்கு ஒரு அரிய வாய்ப்பு. உங்களோட ஷார்ட் ஃபிலிம்ஸை shortfilm@IndiaGlitz.com இந்த இமெயில் ஐடிக்கு அனுப்புங்க. உங்களோட கனவை நினைவாக்குங்க.
அமீர் அண்ட் பாவனி அதுக்கப்புறமா சிபி இவங்க எல்லாருமே சேர்ந்து இப்ப துணிவு படத்துல கமிட் ஆகிருக்காங்களா? அது ரிலேட்டடான போட்டோஸ் தான் இப்ப சோஷியல் மீடியால சர்க்குலேட் ஆகிட்டு வந்துட்டு இருக்கு. வினோத்தோட டிரெக்ஷன்ல ஏகே நடிச்சிட்டு இருக்கிற படம் தான் துணிவு. இந்த படத்துடைய ஃபர்ஸ்ட் லுக் போஸ்டர் அண்ட் செகண்ட் லுக் போஸ்டர் எல்லாத்தையுமே ரிலீஸ் பண்ணிருந்தாங்கல்ல. அண்ட் பார்த்ததுக்கு அப்புறமா இது கண்டிப்பா ஒரு கிரைம் த்ரில்லர் மூவியா அமையும். அது மட்டும் இல்லாம அஜித் குமார் இந்த படத்துல ஆன்டகோனிஸ்ட் அண்ட் ப்ரோட்டகனிஸ்ட் ரோலையுமே நடிச்சிருக்காரு அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி தான் சொல்லிட்டு இருக்காங்க. நாட்கள் கடந்து போகவே படத்துல இருந்து ஒவ்வொரு விஷயங்களும் நம்மளுக்கு தெரிய வந்துட்டு இருக்கு. அதன் பிரகாரம் இந்த படத்துல பாத்தீங்கன்னா அஜித் குமாருக்கு ஜோடியா மலையாளம் லேடி சூப்பர் ஸ்டாரான மஞ்சு வாரியர் நடிச்சிட்டு இருக்காங்க அப்படின்ற விஷயமும் தெரிஞ்சது. அதை தொடர்ந்து இப்போ பிக் பாஸ் சீசன் 5லயும் அண்ட் பிபி ஜோடிகள் சீசன் 2லயும் கலந்துகிட்ட அமீர் அண்ட் பாவனி, அதை தொடர்ந்து சீசன் 5ல கலந்துகிட்ட ஆக்டர் சிபி, இவங்க 3 பேருமே சேர்ந்து துணிவு படத்துடைய ஷூட்டிங் பர்பஸ்க்காக பேங்காக் வரைக்குமே போயிருக்காங்க அப்படிங்கிற விஷயம் தெரிய வந்திருக்கு. 3 பேருமே சேர்ந்து ஃபிளைட்ல எடுத்துக்கிட்ட செல்ஃபி தான் இப்ப சோஷியல் மீடியா பக்கம் சர்க்குலேட் ஆகிட்டு வந்துட்டு இருக்கு. கொஞ்ச நாளைக்கு முன்னாடி தான் அமீர் அண்ட் பாவனி நாங்க 2 பேருமே சேர்ந்து ஒரு படத்துல கமிட் ஆகிருக்கோம் அப்படின்னும் இதை பத்தின டாக்ஸ் எல்லாமே கூடி சீக்கிரமா நாங்க அறிவிக்க போறோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ரொம்பவே சர்ப்ரைஸா தெரிவிச்சிருந்தாங்க. அண்ட் அந்த அப்டேட் இதுதானா அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி தான் இப்போ சோஷியல் மீடியா பக்கம் ஒரு பஸ்ஸா பரவிட்டு வந்துட்டு இருக்கு. அண்ட் அதை தொடர்ந்து மலையாளம் ஆக்டரான சிஜோய் வர்கீஸுமே இந்த படத்துல கமிட் ஆகிருக்காரு அப்படின்னு தெரிய வந்திருக்கு. இப்போதைக்கு இந்த படத்தோட ஷூட்டிங் பர்பஸ் எல்லாமே பேங்காக்ல தான் நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்லிட்டு இருக்காங்க. அண்ட் அதுக்காக தான் இப்போ ரீசெண்டா ஏகே அண்ட் மஞ்சு வாரியர் சேர்ந்து சென்னை ஏர்போர்ட் வரைக்குமே விசிட் பண்ணிருந்தாங்கல்ல. ஆல்ரெடி இந்த படத்தோட ஷூட்டிங் பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஹைதராபாத்லயுமே நடந்திருந்துச்சு. அதை தொடர்ந்து இந்த படத்தோட நெக்ஸ்ட் ஷெட்யூல் பாத்தீங்கன்னா பேங்காக்ல தான் இவங்க வச்சிருக்காங்க. இப்ப படத்தோட வேலைகள் எல்லாமே விறுவிறுப்பா போய்கிட்டு இருக்க நிலையில அமீர், பாவனி அண்ட் சிபி இவங்க எல்லாருமே சேர்ந்து துணிவு படத்துல கமிட் ஆகிருக்காங்களா இல்லையா அப்படிங்கிற விஷயம் கண்டிப்பா அவங்களோட சோஷியல் மீடியா பக்கத்துல அப்டேட் பண்ணுவாங்க. அண்ட் இந்த படம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா நெக்ஸ்ட் இயர் பொங்கலுக்கு ரிலீஸ் ஆகிறதுக்கு வாய்ப்புகள் இருக்கு அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி தான் சொல்லிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஸோ யாரெல்லாம் இந்த படத்துக்காக ரொம்ப எகரா வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க அப்படிங்கறத மறக்காம கமெண்ட்ஸ் மூலமா ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க. தொடர்ந்து அப்டேட்ஸ்க்கு இந்தியா கிளிட்ஸோட நினைச்சிருங்க.
Very comfortable because he's like that. Essentially, he makes you feel very comfortable, and you want to work with somebody who will make you feel at ease. Not keep you on your toes, thinking, how do I talk to him, how do I handle him. Straight away, he interacts with everybody from A to Z, and he makes you feel really comfortable, and he keeps talking to you, and he cooks for you, and he makes you laugh and stuff like that. So he's a next door guy, absolutely. I was also working with an actor who straight away came on board saying, do not make anything for me, for the image that you think I have. Fit me into your script. Make a film that you would ideally make and put me into that script is what he told me, and that was like a pat on the shoulder.
He didn't insist that you should have that.
No, I don't think he ever does. And he straight away, even while filming, there may have been a couple of moments where I have indulged because I know I'm working with Ajith, the star, and he said, would you do this if I wasn't in the film? I said, no sir. Then why would you do it? It's in a friendly way, he said, just don't do this. Let's not have this line here. And you just treat me normally like how you treat any other star or actor in the film, So he made that easy for me.
So he turned out to be a director's delight.
Yeah, he's a delight to work with, absolutely.
He went for any number of takes?
No, not at all. In fact, if I just forget the filming part of it, dubbing, I know how most actors, once they get the lines, they'll move on. He dubbed a lot of days for this film because he said the script, this film demands that from me. And he'll say, you've got a take? I said, yeah, I've got an okay take. Let me do a couple of more takes, so that's how he dubbed for this film.
Now, tell us about your favorite heroine, Trisha, who has sizzled in this movie.
Actually, Trisha is very easy to work with, and I discovered that during Vinoth Varvaya, and she's somebody who likes these candid moments and stuff like that. So I can keep talking to her as the camera is running, and she'll respond accordingly, and I always thought she has it in her. That's why Vinoth Varvaya looks so different. Yeah. But in this,
I think that's the best role till date.
Yeah, but then you'll be surprised when you see this film. She's just taken it away from everybody else, if you ask me. She's outstanding in whatever we gave her in that length, and she looks so endearing and stuff like that. And you'll be surprised that, after being 10 years in the industry and after having done so many films, she's capable of pulling off something like that. Even when she's not there on screen, her presence sort of lingers in the film. But having said that, I shouldn't take the onus away from Anushka, who I've also discovered to be one of the sweetest human beings I've ever met. And she's this sweet that when I told her that Trisha is a little hesitant to come on board because there is another heroine, and I did narrate both the characters to her and stuff like that, and she was wondering if that character had more meat and stuff like that. So Anushka said, no, why don't you ask her to play this? Because we had confirmed Anushka for that role much before I went to Trisha. The film came with Ajith sir and Anushka on board to me. and I wrote a script around that. So Anushka was confirmed for that role of this character Thenmozhi. Yeah. No, Anushka was confirmed for Thenmozhi, and Trisha was for the other character, Hemanika. But when Trisha heard both the characters, she said, I like that one also. So when I told Anushka that, she said, please ask her to play that role. I'll very gladly play this role. Yeah. So, you don't meet heroines like that, in everyday life, I'm saying. So
You are the king of romance, and a die-hard romantic like you. The chemistry between Trisha and Ajith must have been fabulous.
yeah, so I mean, he's a good-looking guy. We have two good-looking girls in the film. So why not? And I tend to write, no matter what, I'll tend to write with a little bit of love and romance in the script. It's not a conscious effort. It is not a conscious effort that because Ajith sir is in the film, I should have a love track. The journey of a man, I said, like from 13, there is bound to be some woman coming into his life. So I just decided to take the journey like that. And within that, we fit in Anushka and Trisha. And a good-looking guy, the way he talks, very natural. It's like if I put a candid camera on him and I followed him around during a day, that this is what you will see of Ajith in the film, is what I'm saying.
This is a difficult question. After the trailer, a lot of people feel there is a Vettayadu, Vilayadu and Varanam Ayram feel to the movie. Your comments, please.
Nothing to comment on that. I mean, if I watch a Mani Sir film, or if I were to watch a Bhararaja film, or if I were to watch even a Mishkin film, I'm saying, I as an audience would expect some trait or some sort of touch from his work. I'd look for that touch in the way Mani Sir's dialogues are written, in the way he handles his women and stuff like that. So I'm not equating myself to these people, but I'm saying automatically in a filmmaker's work that will tend to come across. I really don't see a problem with that. And while we started making this film itself, Ajith sir said, give me a film like Vettayadu Vilayadu, is what he said. So even though it's not that, and there's a lot more shades and stuff like that, maybe you will still find, I'm saying you will still find some touches of all these moments in every film of mine. If you take even Vinethandi Varuvaya, I'm saying, there will be an element of Varanam Ayram, or there will be, I'm not saying there won't be actual scenes as such, but you will still feel, this is part of Gautam Menon's repertoire.
In your films, the supporting character who plays maybe the negative role is as powerful as the hero. How is it in Enne Erindal regarding Arun Vijay?
See, I'm not going to say anything about what kind of character he's playing, but I think he's complemented Ajith sir's screen presence tremendously. Equally, I'm saying. Only then the hero stands out even more stronger. Only if I'm tormenting the hero a lot more, and if I'm making him think and I'm making him react and work and put himself out there, only then he also survives or succeeds, and you know what kind of a man he is. So I wanted somebody who will do all that to the hero, and Ajith sir understood that really well. So Arun has got tremendous body language. He's very good with action and stuff like that. And Ajith sir completely appreciated that right till the show that we had day before yesterday. So I'm happy that a hero of his stature has actually let somebody else, hold so much presence in the film, and leave that aside, which is important. Arun, who, whatever it is, he is a hero by himself. Yeah. And for him to actually come on board a film and let go of all that and, get into a situation where normally it'll be for a character artist sort of thing, I think, I'd like to really appreciate Arun also for that, seriously.
You have got Dan McArthur as your cameraman, an Australian. Why didn't you take an Indian cameraman? Because in all your films, the cameraman is done excellent job. Recently, Manoj Paramahams. Why?
No, everybody is busy. Like, I know I would have loved to work with Manoj again, but I know Manoj is really busy. And when we started this film, I know Manoj was busy. Even people like Raj Shekhar and people in my circle whom I'd like to work with, they're all busy doing their films. And here was a man I met casually, and we discussed some stuff, and I saw some of his work. And I was able to relate to him, and I think he was able to relate to what I was talking. And I thought, why not? And he seemed to know the camera like a baby. You know what I'm saying? The settings on the camera and stuff like that. And right from the producer to the director to the lowest worker, very happy with the man, because very minimal unit and no noise on the sets, and everybody was very comfortable with this Australian cameraman. And I thought, why not show an Indian or Tamil scenario through his point of view, sort of thing. Yeah.
What is the duration of the film, the running time?
It's 2:45 now. 2:45.
But in the censor certificate, it's clearly stated that it is 176 minutes.
No. What happened was, I'd like to clarify this here. We were hard pressed for time, and Mr. Ratnam had to put the date out. So we edited a first version, which we were happy with. It was a very proper film which had all the elements. And Mr. Ratnam said, let's go and censor this version. The idea was, we will cut down from that for the release. And if the film does really well, and once it plays out its run of, whatever 3 to 4 weeks, whatever the trend these days, for the fans, we'll put out the extended version later. So let's censor the first version. So there's no need to go back and censor the bigger version. You know what I'm saying? You understand? So from the 3 hour, 8 minute version, we cut down to what was always going to be a 2 hour, 46 minute film.